They've been sent to so much fake shit. Let me just turn this down a little bit more. Jesus Christ. So is it alive? Well, there's a thing going through there. Where's the soldiers? They've been sent to
Any casualty estimates? Not yet. So far, this sort of stuff's really hard to judge at this point. So I'm just trying to run through and get through this. Guys, once again, the POWs that we're showing.
Down a little bit
Again,
more. Jesus Christ.
Please stop showing me those POWs. We know about them. We know about them, and we've said that there is literally no way you can trust either side about them. Ukraine has claimed that Russia not yet so far. This sort of stuff's really hard to judge. Russia has claimed that they were Ukrainian saboteurs.
Guys, once again, the POWs
and the main person who tweeted out in the first place was the GRU operative. Please stop showing me those POWs. We know about them, and we've said that there is literally no way you can trust either side. Unless you have a Ukraine has claimed that Russia not yet so far. This sort of stuff's really hard to judge. Russia has claimed that they were Ukrainian saboteurs.
Guys.
So yeah. Anyway. A mate in Moldova says they've announced mobilizing. His Ministry of Defense messaged him saying that males between 18 and 54 years old expected at address X to enlist in the reserves. Well, that's another thing. We've heard a number of people report this, that they've been said to report for mobilization, so it's entirely possible that shit will continue. This water bottle is broken. Go for the next one. Right. I just want to play Elden Ring? Me too, man. Me too. Just so you guys know, people have already found that POW's, what appears to be that POW's Facebook page. The problem is I don't think any of those who found it Ukrainian and can figure out which side they work for. Drinking problem?
Блядь, чуть-чуть высоковато, ёбаный в рот.
There seems to be very limited fighting around Donetsk. It seems rather odd. I was wondering if you had an idea on why this is. Personally, again, this is something I can't really speak too much to, but if there was... Oh, look. As we say that, Russian forces apparently captured this area 40 minutes ago. Two big reasons. One, this is already a fortified border that the Ukrainians have been defending for a very long time. So, you know, it's not exactly the best place to attack. The Ukrainians have been fighting over this territory for a long time. You know, two, obviously they've got forces there, but more importantly than that is you can just bypass their forces and go attack Kharkiv and go attack Kiev and go for the government and go for the important internal bits. And yeah, those guys could stay on that front line, but you don't have to actually beat them. If you capture Kharkiv and you capture, you know, the crossings in the river, and you capture the north of Crimea, and you capture Kiev, well, they're fucked. They're just in the east of the country, surrounded and alone. So that's why I don't think there's been a major offensive in that area. I don't think that's where the big push is going to come. And in fact, I don't think anyone would think that was there. Everyone was thinking that it was going to come for Kiev and up through Crimea. What are the highlighted in red areas meant to be? These are areas occupied by Russia or separatists right now. So that's Crimea, which is occupied by Russia, but has been since 2014. And this is the separatist area that's been occupied since, God, 2014, I think, as well, yeah? Like, I don't know when these borders really stabilized. Over here, let's have a quick look. Is this... Okay, so that's still just there. Okay, we've seen those previously. I'm just going to quick check around and see if there's any new live maps.
The People's Republic of Donbass asked Russia for help in this regard under Article 51, Part 7 of the Charter of the United Nations, with the approval of the Russian State Federal Council, and in accordance with the Friendship and Mutual Assistance Treaties with the Donetsk People's Republic and the Luhansk People's Republic, ratified by the Russian Parliament on February 22nd. I decided to conduct a special military operation.
Police that just did an announcement? I don't know.
It aims to protect people who have been bullied and subjected to genocide by the Kiev regime for 8 years. For that, we will strive to demilitarization and denazification of Ukraine, and will bring to justice those who committed multiple bloody crimes against civilians, including Russian citizens.
They're probably telling people to go home. I would highly suspect that, yeah, telling people to just, you know, go shelter. don't think they're gonna... Are they doing it again? I was kind of hoping they'd fucking send the thing in. Alright. Oh shit, fucking, of course, I forget. YouTube live streams can be rewinded. Let's see, if someone has a... Where do they come on the stream? There we go. There we go, okay, so this is the part. Did anyone understand that? I mean, oh god, I don't even if you speak Ukrainian, I barely captions? Bro, you really think captions are gonna work on a live stream? For that? For that vague noise in the distance? You really think that's gonna caption? No, but we gotta wait for translators in chat. It's quite hard. Ukraine asking people to stay indoors. Sounds about correct. Okay. Get back in your homes. Martial law is on. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Good God. Live map is under constant Russian cyber attack. Yeah, I fully believe that. Sorry for finding the reaching, dude. Discord has done the brilliant thing of not actually changing my profile settings. So. Yeah, that should do it. Alright. Let's quickly go through the rest of this. Okay, this is something to talk about. This is something new. This is reportedly captured Russians? Let me just make sure none of them are actually dead. No, they're just captured. Okay. It is very hard to tell. I'm going to try and look a little bit more information right now for this, but I'll show this in just a second. Okay. Okay, this is something to talk about. This. Alright, here we go. I'll show this. It wasn't air raid sirens, that was just a police siren. Listen. Oh, in Kiev? Oh shit, sorry. Oh god, never mind. Bombing sirens. Alright. Sorry, my bad. I mistook the siren that was just playing. I mean, I fully expect that shit to continue. The bombing has not stopped. Is there any further updates on the air assault? No. Oh. Interior Ministry says Russia has seized control of the airport. Okay. I fully believe that's going to continue happening. But the fact that we haven't seen any more to the northeast yet is strange. Ukrainian State Border Guard says that Ukrainian forces are engaged in combat with Russian troops in the outskirts of Sumy, trying to repulse the attacks. Okay. Anything further here? No, it looks like they're all... there's once again heavy disconnections in Kiev. Sorry, Kharkov, rather. Kharkiv. Okay. Right, go back to this for a second. Okay. Yep. No. Okay. Alright, I got some sent some stuff on Monotaki. I don't think I should share. Let's move on. Okay, that's more engagements. Yeah. I think I'm nearly through. Dear God, I think we've almost made my way back up. I read Siren Kiev, I know, we just heard. Okay, let's just... Oh wait, is my hashtags just hashtag? Yeah, because I didn't actually fucking set the description of this video. Yeah, it's just hashtag. That's just what my default is, anyway. Let's just turn this back on real quick. There we go. Siren stopped, no explosions heard. Didn't really notice many people take cover. Seems to be police and officials near the square. Okay.
The world is on edge this morning as Russian President Vladimir Putin continues to amass troops and equipment near its border with Ukraine. U.S. officials say they are still committed to diplomatic options, but according to the latest U.S. intelligence assessment, Russia now has close to 75% of its conventional forces postured there at the border. So let's have a walkthrough of exactly what is going on there with Major General James Spidermarks, our CNN military analyst and head of geopolitical strategy at Academy Securities. Okay, can you just tell where all has
LPR or DPR fighters by the
amassed
fact that they're
these
using
troops?
just tape markings
let's take a look at it.
legs.
And
Yeah,
first
used
of
by the
all, let's
separatists.
take
Yeah.
it from Putin's
So this is
perspective,
possible.
if we can.
There's also got a marked BMP
NATO
there.
member, NATO member, NATO member. That's what started all
So
this.
that
this
is
movement of
possible,
NATO
but again,
to
I
the
only
east.
have just...
And that's the
sources
view
credit.
that
So-
Putin started all of this, is this movement of NATO
Right, let me
member.
finish catching up on
Let's
these,
take
and
it
I
from
think
Putin's
we're,
perspective, if we
moving
can.
on.
NATO member, NATO member,
Yes.
NATO member. That's what they use their infantrymen, exploit with our armor, our tanks, and then the infantry are then used appropriately
Okay,
to
jets over
do some
Poland,
really
yeah.
precise work. So what you see with this image is, this is an indication of a very large, probably, I would say, a battalion or maybe a company within a battalion, which means there are other forces that are outside the range of this piece of imagery that are in direct positions.
Rumor mill
ready
says that
to
there was a
attack.
Russian, a separate
Again,
POW
what
is not
we
Russian.
don't-
No, I totally agree.
beyond that,
If they're going to be
that's
anything, I believe they would be
intimidating. But what we
separatists.
don't, that's
But,
a
you know, I also
capability.
can't confirm whether
What
that
we don't
picture was
know is
real or
whether
not.
the
As
rule
only
is,
thing
or
I've
the
got
mission is
one
to go or to continue to hold
two
what
pictures.
we have.
The towns that we're
BMP and
seeing in
the,
these new
the-
images are very
again, they've
close
said
to the
to
border.
get
We're talking 21 miles away. How significant is that?
Well, it's very significant because the forces that are in place have an effective range so that they could begin military operations, for example, rockets and artillery, as well as armored vehicles. They can begin operations on Russian soil before they get into Ukraine. The effective range is such as they can start right now and they can achieve objectives on the ground with the positioning not in Ukraine, and that works to Putin's advantage, right? He can hover over Ukraine. He is in his own territory. He has every right to do what he wants to do in Russia,
This looks like
irrespective, in his view, irrespective of what the world is saying.
Okay, so this is the helicopter shoot down.
But clearly, it
this
is
is earlier.
incredibly threatening.
It matches the
to
lake as
Ukraine
well.
and
So
its
that's the
In
lake
all of
where we
those
saw
troop
the
positions to
we
the
open DMs
north,
soon.
they're
Once I'm
all
finished going
red,
through
right?
the line,
These aren't
I'll
permanent
take a
troop
quick
positions
breather,
because they're not in
and then
Russia, they're
DMs
in
can re-up.
Belarus, as you mentioned, Putin and Lukashenko there surveying the troops. We've learned, we've learned that these exercises that were slated to end yesterday are now going to continue indefinitely, according to Belarus's defense minister. What does that mean?
Well, again, if you try to get into the head of Putin,
by the hour stuff.
what he has
a small
now
convoy
is a permanent presence in Belarus. These are Russian forces that are not routinely deployed there. But in his mind, he sees this as analogous to NATO, U.S. forces, other NATO partners positioning their forces
send you only one man?
in
God,
Poland,
I wish
for
they
example.
did.
We have a core headquarters.
I was not expecting this sort of
a
stuff. I was actually
US
just going
Corps
to just do like a little sort of update on all the information I have.
We have
but
exercises
once again,
routinely in
much like with the Miles
Romania. We have
situation, much like with the
exercises
Fallout situation,
routinely
I've
in Hungary.
gotten so much
Training
more information since I
exercises.
started the stream.
Putin
Just because people
is
started giving it to
conducting
me.
operations in Belarus.
Hell, I've got it.
He
I might as well
sees
fucking
this as
report about
his
it or
right
prove it
to
wrong
do.
if it's fake.
And I would
so on and so
suggest
forth.
that we may not see permanent bases in Belarus, but you're going to see routine
let me just hide the screen and make sure
exercises
there isn't just
the
people
Belarusian
in this,
forces
but this is
and
apparently
the
a bridge
Russian
being
forces
destroyed and a
going forward.
Let's listen to something that Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said yesterday.
Would we see tanks rolling into Kyiv?
Well, you could see that. I mean, that's highly likely. You could see that.
Okay, let me just show this real quick.
You could see a significant amount of combat power.
Oh, the
move
Sumi,
very
with Sumi attack,
quickly
we've already
down
seen
to
the Sumi
take
attack,
Kyiv.
yeah.
highly likely. We're talking the way he describes it of kind of World War II style images. What did you make of that?
Well, again, let's look at the map.
This is apparently a destroyed bridge. This is what the video links to, but I can't actually see.
Capital of Ukraine. The travel distance is not significant. They have a significant amount of
footage of actual fighting.
Here.
I mean, because that footage is much hard to get. There has been some footage of it that we've shown, but I also can't show bodies live on stream. I will get the stream taken down in an instant.
To replace Zelensky. My estimate is that they would need entirely more forces than what you're seeing.
Yeah, I can't really tell what this one is. This one.
Belarus would send forces.
This is meant to be of a bridge that has collapsed, but appears to just be of. Terrain. The vid is the response tweet. Here we go. All right, let me check that. Okay, but that was the tweet that was linked. Let me just
but as we've
make sure you know.
Before, if you want to take Kyiv, you're probably going to end up rubbling a large percentage of Kyiv, and I think what's more likely is something in this area with a potential expansion there, because that allows Putin to achieve.
I'm going to show this one.
An objective that the world might look at as we looked at Crimea 8 years ago, which was, okay, it's a big deal, until it wasn't.
So far, at least I can't see any bodies in this one, so I believe it's okay to shoot.
Already in the Donbass, he could push this further down, and the world might say, okay, that's fine. Kyiv still exists, there is no challenge there. But what that allows Putin to do is to convince Zelensky, convince the Ukrainian people, not control them physically, but to convince them that the path forward for them.
Does anyone know what that was said in the video?
Yeah, he does get away with these little bites. We'll see if he decides to pursue that strategy. Sir, thanks for being with us.
So yeah, we've already covered that one.
I think Putin wants two things in Ukraine. The first thing is to be able to have a say in Ukraine's future and in Ukraine's geopolitical direction. This is a topic that he writes about very often, and his view is that Ukraine and Russia are brotherly nations, that Ukrainians and Russians are very similar or almost alike. It is that they really should be kind of united as a whole. The second thing that he really wants in Ukraine is to keep NATO, the Western military alliance, out of Ukraine and away from Russia's borders. Other countries that border with Russia are already in NATO. These are countries that used to be in the Soviet Union, but the idea of it entering Ukraine is somehow different. It's seen almost as a kind of red line here. And that has a sort of bunch of different origins. One is that there is a security issue. Ukraine has a long border with Russia, but there's also a kind of shared cultural history.
Ни одного дюйма на восток, сказали нам в 90-е годы. Ну и чего? Надули, просто нагло обманули. 5 волн расширения НАТО. Вот о чем речь. Ну поймите же вы в конце концов. Не мы кому-то угрожаем. Мы что ли пришли туда к границам США? Или к границам Великобритании? Или куда? К нам пришли.
So the two major goals for Vladimir Putin is one, to kind of keep Ukraine close to Russia, and number two is to keep Ukraine away from the West. There are a couple of reasons, but I think the clearest one is just that Vladimir Putin looks at the situation in East Ukraine. He realizes that he's not making any progress in the status quo, and he's in fact worried that things are getting worse. What we see is a simmering but frozen conflict, and at the same time we see Ukraine growing increasingly closer to Western states. We see more military support for Ukraine, more general support for Ukraine.
Ця підтримка, вона говорить не тільки про наші стратегічні плани щодо вступу України в Альянс, а що найголовніше, мені здається, щодо рівня нашої армії, забезпеченості нашої армії.
This kind of change over the last 8 years where Ukraine has really charted an independent course, a pro-Western course. He views it as a major problem for Russia and something that he wants to reverse in the near future.
They're lacking the same markings.
There really are a lot of different scenarios in terms of what Russia wants out of this. One is this idea that it's about territory, and this could either involve just the idea of gaining territories where there are Russian speakers in Ukraine. It could be more strategic, looking at something like trying to create what's called a land bridge to Crimea, so actually having a contiguous kind of piece of land that reaches Crimea. But the second idea is that this is about something broader and about really kind of controlling Ukraine's future. And one issue is that even taking taking new territory doesn't really give Russia a veto over what happens in Ukraine next. So it is possible that there's a kind of a broader goal in everything that's happening right now.
That one looks fine. That one looks like it was in formation when it was rolling, right? In formation. I don't think the other one's destroyed either. In formation. Like,
Vladimir Putin
what
has
is
been ruling
most
Russia since
likely
1999.
either that if they are
in that
still
time, he
manned,
shaped the
then
country into an
operational,
authoritarian
right?
and militaristic society.
He
successfully invaded two of Russia's neighbors and strengthened ties with Syria and Iran. He's intent on pushing back against the Western world order, and it appears to be working.
Vladimir Putin, 15 years and the most powerful man in the world.
To understand how one man could have such a powerful influence on this country, you need to go back to the chaos and corruption that gripped Russia after the fall of the Soviet
You don't stay in a
Union.
tank if an attack helicopter is active.
When the Berlin Wall fell, a 40-year-old Putin was working as an undercover spy in East Germany.
I love
Soviet
spreading
security
misinformation
agency,
on the
the
internet.
KGB.
I love spreading
The Soviet Union dissolved
Let
into
me go
15
check.
new
Is Ukraine
countries,
taken over?
including
Is
the new
Kiev
Russian
taken over?
Federation. In Putin's
answer?
eyes, Russia had just lost 2 million
jury
square miles
says
of territory.
no.
He later called this a
No, it
major
isn't. We would have
geopolitical
heard.
disaster of the century,
In fact, there is
lamenting
no
that tens of
combat on the
millions of his
outskirts of that just yet.
co-patriots
The
found
closest
themselves
combat to
outside
the,
Russian territory.
It's called to Kiev is over here on the live map.
The new government had to sell off nearly 45,000 public businesses, like energy, mining, and communication companies that had been run by the communist regime, and it was chaos. The Russian economy was in a free fall, and all of these companies ended up in the hands of a few extremely wealthy men, known today as Russia's oligarchs. At the same time, the new Russian state was having a hard time establishing itself. Russia's first president, Boris Yeltsin, was wildly unpopular for cooperating with the West. And to make matters worse, he was an alcoholic, and many Russians thought he was an embarrassment. In order to stay in power, he leaned on the support of these oligarchs, surrendering an immense amount of political power to them. This graph shows how inequality actually worsened after the fall of the Soviet Union.
Close these ones out. Go through the last of these. They don't need Kiev, that's the answer? Well, it's crazy that you can control a country without controlling the country. Really, really nutso. Okay. Alright, I will show this, just because it shows the attitude of the internet. There you go. I will sit here and shitpost on the funny politics board until an explosion directly hits my apartment and kills me instantly. 4chan, a guy in Ukraine. There you go, he's on the poll board. Good God. Alright. I'm flicking through the last of this now. I think this should be the last of it. Let me just... I gotta just hide this real quick. I'm about to pull something up. Okay, no, this is an old video. Alright. Sorry. Once again, I have to be careful when I pull open videos that have been sent by many. My live map is down. I'm just going to leave mine. I'm not going to refresh mine for now then, just for a moment. I'm going to get through the last of these messages. Here we go. Ah, God, I have to back up real quick. Let me just do this real quick. Sorry, this is for one guy I have to answer a question. There we go. Air raid sirens through Kiev, yes, we know this. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to get to the last. What keyboard do I use? I dropped it. It's a cooler master. It's nice. It does the job. Let me just wrap up the last of this. This cow belongs to Turkey. You know what? Of all the bots I've gotten in my stream thus far, I like that one. You get your fucking, you get your Moscow. Dear God. Okay. Let's see if I can. That one's got not safe for work. Can't show that. That one's about Duke 41. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to wrap up the last of this. Okay, you know, I've gotten a lot of DMs that are just people, like, you know, saying various things. You know, like, you know, oh, fuck Russia, go Russia, fuck Ukraine, fuck, you know, go Turkey. I had one of those guys as well. You know, I've had all sorts of nationalism. But there is one guy who has sent me a very colorful Slava Ukraine, Slava Ukraine, Slava Ukraine, Slava Ukraine, Slava Ukraine, Slava Ukraine, no to Russia, no to Russia, no to Russia, no to Russia, with loads of emojis. Like, I'm gonna show you guys this just because I'm honestly that impressed. This man created such a colorful masterpiece. Believe me. Here we go. This one, it keeps going. It's just pages of this. Anyway, there you go. That one made me. I'd like to start with the perspective. Basically, the reason is because the problem I have right now is most of the central line just don't Okay, I think I'm getting through it. Are we down to... God, I wish I had a total count. Okay. All right, this is actually a unique one. Here we go. Okay. I'm a citizen in Kiev. I'm a civilian in Kiev, rather, doing fine so far. So is my family. Bringing in news and how it is in the capital. No shelling or fire. Without the news, you wouldn't know anything is happening. People are stoic, tolerant to each other, friendly. A lot of panic shopping and money withdrawal, though. Goddamn, dude. I hope you stay safe and fucking keep out of trouble. It honestly, this is the thing that blows my mind most. Just to take a moment from fucking scrolling the DMs to try and get through them. Just the thing that hits me most about OSINT and watching wars as they go on, and sort of, you know, things as they happen, is just seeing people go about their lives. Like goddamn, like that's. People still live in these countries. That's the thing that hits you the hardest when you see, oh yeah, that's just a person walking down to get some groceries, and, you know, there is a Russian, you know, fucking air assault group just a while away from their thing. You know, from their home, there is just, you know, like people in Kiev. This is how close the Russian air assault group are, and people are still living here. And that's the thing, and people will continue to live here. This is their home, and as long as bombs hit this, civilians will die. So, dear God, I hope this war ends soon. Well, actually, I don't, because that would end in Russia's favor. I don't believe Russia is going to suddenly grow conscious. Sorry, let me be specific. I don't believe that the Russian government is suddenly going to grow conscious. So, they're casually done on either side. Casualty numbers thus far are very unclear, and certain rely that most of the casualty numbers will be fake. It's the nature of an instant conflict. Sure, I will explain it. So this is what's referred to as live map. OSINT. It is a generally trustworthy. We did find a few things that weren't quite correct on this. You know, that's a case of always all that sort of stuff. Beyond live map, what sources would you recommend be on the stream? There's a few good. There's OSINT on Twitter. I believe that's his actual Twitter title. He does some quite good stuff. Intel Crab's okay, but he did post some stuff that is not trustworthy at all.
Hi,
Sweden
my name is Daria Kamenyuk.
Sweden's not going to be invaded. Jesus Christ, if we can fucking... Okay, well, once again, the live mass refreshing again. Plane tracker is quite good as well. We've been using it. Plane finder, rather. We've been using this as well to track aircraft. Marine traffic is great when it comes to boats, although boats, not exactly that relevant right now. There's also this one. This one is better for tracking. You can soar by military planes in this one. It's really quite nice. This is how we found the B-52s. Apart from that, it's Twitter feeds, live maps, and honestly, a lot of it you will have to do yourself. At the end of the day, unless you can find someone like me who is doing something similar to this, who is taking all the information and going, oh yeah, this is bullshit, or like comparing, going, is this real? Is this real? Oh yeah, this is real. This is bullshit. This is, yeah, like that sort of stuff. Unless you've got someone similar like that. There's a few other places, there's a few people on Twitter that are doing that, but the reason why I started the live stream was because I started doing that on Twitter. I called out one guy who did a fake post for, it was the Chinese docks exploding and they claimed it was Luhansk. I was like, this is bullshit. And in the time I called that post out, I refreshed my Twitter feed and I saw 4 new fake posts. And I was just like, oh, sweet Jesus. I would be there all fucking day.
NATO allies
typing
face a direct threat from Russia at the moment. And would NATO reconsider military intervention in Ukraine?
Debating. It's very much true with this. You can spam out 10 different fake videos.
So NATO is the strongest alliance in history.
You know?
And make no mistake, we will defend and protect
anyway, this live map still is not recovered,
every ally against any
asking,
attack
I'll refresh again,
and every inch of NATO territory. And that's the reason also we have increased our presence in the eastern part of the alliance with thousands of more troops, ships and planes over the last weeks to send a very clear message that an attack on one ally will trigger the response from the whole alliance. And we do so not to provoke a conflict but to prevent the conflict. What we do is defensive, it's prudent, it's measured, but it is necessary because we see the aggressive actions of Russia against Ukraine. And therefore, allies also have to make sure that there is no room for any misunderstanding about that Russia can do anything like that against a NATO-allied country.
Has called a state of emergency. Latvia invoked Article 4 of NATO, which is essentially, it's not Article 5, it's not, we're going to war. It's basically saying that there is a threat to NATO, and NATO's agreed, and so that's why they're currently, deploying forces to the east. Estonia is also mobilized. There we go. Well, there you go, some more information. Okay. So, let's see, live map. 6 ballistic missiles have been fired from the territory of the Republic of Belarus in the southwestern direction. Russian troops in the Kherson Oblast, which is over here. Oh yeah, that's in the southeast, yeah, okay. That's to be expected, yep. And that's the only new updates right now. Right, let's keep fucking burning through. Okay. Some more information on Moldova, thank you very much for that. That is the picture of, that looks like I'm not actually sure what that one is. Can you make it known that not to hate the Russian people but the Russian government? Yes, we've spoken about that earlier. I have many friends in Russia who are just saying, holy shit, I wish the war wasn't happening. I wish this wasn't happening, and I really don't. Oh, Christ. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Alright. Lord Miles in Ukraine right now, not far from the front lines in Donbass. I just don't believe that. Let me just go fucking check just in case. Latvia's under heavy cyber attack. That is to be expected. That will continue to happen. Let me just pull this up. No. Yeah, no, he's not in Ukraine. Anyway, he's not. Let me just confirm again. I actually have not heard back from him yet, so we'll see. How you doing?
में बम ब्लास्ट हुआ है, उन लोगों को बीच में रोक दिया गया है, उन लोगों को बीच से ही भेजा गया है। उसके लिए अगर वो लोग इंडियन एम्बेसी को कॉल वगैरह ट्राई करें कि सर हम यहाँ पे स्टक हो गए हैं, हम लोग को आगे बताएं कि हम लोग कैसे क्या हम टर्नोपिल तक जाएं या फिर हमें आगे कहाँ जाना चाहिए, उन लोगों का इसके लिए कोई भी रेस्पॉन्स नहीं है। वो लोग कुछ भी आंसर नहीं कर रहे हैं। यूनिवर्सिटी कह रही है कि तुम लोगों को पैनिक होने की जरूरत नहीं, तुम लोग बस क्लास आओ। उन लोग को हमारी लाइफ की कोई भी वैल्यू नहीं है। इवन इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को हमारी लाइफ की कोई भी वैल्यू नहीं है। इस सिचुएशन में भी उन लोगों ने एयर टिकट्स, आधे से ज्यादा बच्चे और मेरे बहुत सारे
There we go. Okay. That's it there. Holy shit, okay. I have a message. I can't confirm this, but this guy says, hello from the DPR. As in, here. Right here. I think you should know our situation here. Every man below the age of 55 is considered and expected to fight in this mess, despite the absence of military training or chronic health problems. This war will be a bloody one. I can't confirm whether this person is in the DPR or not, but, holy hell. Okay, that's hell of a message. I'll try and talk to him more once my DMs come back on. PR, as in, here. Right here. I think you should know our situation. PR, as in, okay. No. Oh god, I've got so many more to go through. Okay. It's alright, one guy DM'd me just to say that Queensland's better than Victoria. You know what, man? I agree. I actually agree. I would live in Queensland if I could. Okay. How likely are non-nuclear members of That is something I discussed earlier. I don't... Unlikely. But still slightly more likely than the nuclear armed. Nuclear armed ones, no way, dear God. So... Yeah, no. I do not believe that there will be a what do you call it? That there'll be an involvement from non-nuclear members, because if they involve themselves, they can't invoke Article 5 for the rest of the people for the rest of the alliance to join them. I mean, man, I don't know. Like, that would be insane if they did. But no, don't worry. People don't have to donate anything. If you're gonna donate anything, donate it to the fucking the charities we just got linked. They've actually, there you go. The pinned message is still there. There are charities that you can donate your money to. You can go support, whether it's the war effort, the people, maintaining the culture of Ukraine, keeping that defended, medical supplies, your refugees. There's all sorts of those. All sorts of charities that you can go support instead. Okay. Let's see. Apparently, over 20,000 Indian students are awaiting evacuation in Ukraine. Let's see. Okay. Let's carry on. Let's see. Okay. Thanks, man. Apparently Latvia not planning to leave for a while. How scared should I be? Probably not that scared, because honestly, if Latvia gets attacked, then then Article 5 is invoked and NATO goes to war. And at that point, you don't really have to be afraid, because it's World War III. And I mean, hey, what happens happens at that point. It's not even a case of like, I better get out of Latvia. It's a case of, I better not be in a nation. Then good luck. You better hope you're at ocean and not vaguely near something that is remotely worth nuking. Okay. Do you think that people will keep open ties to Russia with the UN? Yes. As I covered earlier, the reason for the UN existing is, even in the event of war, to maintain a diplomatic, basically, contact with countries, even as you're at war with them. Because that one is a potential way to avoid war. Avoid war. Further. Okay, yep. So there. Okay. No, just for people who are coming and have heard about the peacekeepers in Moldova thing, it's not in Moldova, it is in Transnistria, correct. How do you say this? Transnistria, which is a basically separatist part of Moldova. So that's to be expected. Russians have already kept a garrison there for quite some time. Oh, hang on, this looks new. Is that? Hold on. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to fucking censor this real quick. But is this legitimate? This is very hard to confirm. Let me try and open up the source. This is literally just a 3-second clip. Okay. Alright, well, let me just show this. There's nothing major here, but okay. The translation says, Ukrainian troops shot down Russian Su-25 attack aircraft which was trying to break through from Belarus. Pilot capitulated, and now the National Guard is conducting a special operation to detain him. In the near future, there will be a briefing which will show the captured Russian pilots. I'm interested if they actually show that, but there you go. That's apparently the aircraft going down. I don't know. That's genuinely the entire video. It's 3 seconds. That's it. Just zip, done. Okay. Alright. Back over to the live map. Okay, nothing new there. I'm going to refresh again and then continue wrapping these up. If the Ukrainian government falls, how large will the resistance be? I expect very, very heavy. Oh, and it's down again. Okay. Alright. How do you think Australia will respond to this? We've already responded with sanctions. I fully expect we'll continue to send military aid to Ukraine as well as sanction a variety of people in Russia. What am I going to do about it? Well, I'm currently doing OSINT about it. That's what I'm doing about it. Okay, seen that one already. I believe I've seen that one already. Oh, hey. My friend's posted. Nice. Is this one new? Okay, let's, oh, no bodies. Just fucking always gotta do the check. Okay. Here we go. So this is reportedly an arms storage facility in Kalyanivka. Let me find where that is, so people have an actual idea. Well, yeah. Okay, so it's the west. Yeah, we've seen missile attacks here. That matches up. Poor pup. But, that's one hell of a fucking, explosion. That's a lot of lost ordnance right there. See, I disagree with this guy entirely. The ordnance, rather, has most likely already been dispersed, as much as could have. Bo Cohen Stream said that was faked. It's hard to say. I mean, you could very easily fake just an explosion effect, but at the same time, there has been confirmed missile strikes directly in that area, so it's possible. They're that far west already? No, they're not that far west. This would be, if it is real, which, I don't know, I can't really say whether it's not up there. I believe that's real. It matches up. There's not much that would immediately give it away as fake. Like, I don't know. It's on Elint News. I don't know. It's about as close as I'm gonna get there. Like, it's intended. Yeah. Basically, yeah. If that's gonna be hit by anything, it's not gonna be hit by, you know, it's not gonna be hit by fucking troops on the ground. It's hit by a cruise missile or hit by a strategic bomber. So, yeah, it'll be one of the missile strikes around here. As you can see, there've been strikes here the whole time. Oh, there you go. Arm depot hit. Right. That's literally this one. There you go. So, I fully believe that is real. Okay. Let's carry on. Check the last time my friend posted. I'm just gonna check if he's still. Oh, he posted the special forces. There we go. I'm glad he's still okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes, that. A lot of people are sending me the Russian military paratroopers land in Ukraine near Kharkov. That's just bullshit. That footage that people keep sending me specifically is from a Russian paratrooper exercise. It is not the thing. Antov Airport under occupation. Yes, this one was spoken about. This airport here, you're referring to? Oh my god, if I can see it. There was an air assault against this airfield, and as far as we can see, Ukraine has said, the internal ministry has said that they have seized control of this airport. That's bad. That's probably the worst thing that could have happened so far. Apart from maybe the fall of the South. The guys captured in the picture seem to hunt soldiers. I 100% agree. Yeah, they are almost certainly separatists. I believe they're real. But you know, let's see. Okay. Japanese Prime Minister says Russia's invasion shakes the foundations of international order. There you go. EU leader promises harshest ever sanctions against Russia in response to barbaric attack, including move to freeze and seize Russian assets in the EU. Oh shit, a carrier strike group is being deployed to the Mediterranean Sea. Let me reference that. Because that's pretty major. Okay. Is it actually? Well, let me try and find Web 7th. No, that feels. Is there a Fleet Marine tracker? Let me see. Okay, I think this is bullshit. Well, not bullshit, but I think this is misinformation in a sense, basically. American. Who else has carrier strike groups, okay? Who else has multiple that you need to keep track of? The thing is, look at this. It's dated February 7th. So, this happened, you know, fucking a month ago. Yeah, so they've been in the Mediterranean, but yeah, it's not a current update. So that yeah, that's a thing. Who has one still? UK? Yeah, I know. Who has multiple? Is what we're saying. And also, really, who do you think? Who do you think mans the Harry S. Truman? I must ask. The famous British battleship, the Harry S. Truman. Yeah, no. So that's okay, can I? Let me just refresh my live map again. There we go. So yeah, that looks like it happened a month ago. Oh. Okay. Thank you. Right, apparent shoot down jet. Okay, we've seen that one. Okay, yep, seen that one. Dear God, I'm still going through even more of them. I know what that one is. I've seen that one. Okay, Hungary's moved to the border with Ukraine, apparently. Okay. I've seen that one, yes. Oh God, sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the last of the shit. Oh, hey, and live map's down again. I'm gonna try and power through the last stuff here. Oh, hey, it's a friend. There we go. Yep, seen that one already. Sorry, I'm just going back through and trying to hit everything I can see. Oh God, I think I've still got like 100 dudes to go through. That one there. Yep, okay, seen that one. That one. Can't show that one, that's got bodies in.
Dragi cetățeni, în această dimineață Rusia a lansat atacuri militare asupra țării vecine, Ucraina, încălcând flagrant normele dreptului internațional. Comunitatea internațională
Twitter is removing accounts that post videos of the bombing. Certain evidence is certainly going to disappear. Possible? Whether or not
e unanimă în condamnarea acestui act de război. În acest context, am convocat ședința Consiliului Suprem de Securitate pentru a analiza situația creată. Am stabilit că Guvernul va cere Parlamentului să declare stare de urgență. Tot astăzi va fi convocată ședința Comisiei Situații Excepționale pentru a întreprinde un șir de acțiuni necesare pentru gestionarea acestei crize și provocărilor umanitare. Am dispus intensificarea eforturilor de patrulare ale subdiviziunilor Ministerului Afacerilor Interne pentru a preveni eventuale provocări. Toate deciziile luate pe parcursul zilei vor fi comunicate suplimentar publicului. Solicit cetățenilor Republicii Moldova, care se află în vizită sau ședere, stare de urgență. Zile luate pe parcursul zilei vor fi comunicate suplimentar.
But one person has mentioned about the drones. Yeah, we've been monitoring those. We've seen Fort 12, which I think is now off station, or is maybe off transponder at least. Oh no, Fort 12, are you still here, buddy? Holy shit, he's coming home. Look at him, he's coming home. Fort 12 is finally leaving. There we go. That drone has been sat over the Black Sea for pretty much since before the bombing began. So yeah. Why is Remy so hot? I'm not hot, I'm just tired. That's the thing you'll learn. Most models, they just look tired, that's it. Okay. It's fake? Yes, it is. Yep. The video that people keep saying military paratroopers, you know, landing in Kharkiv, it's fake. It's just for military exercise. It's just earlier footage. Let me just keep fucking seeing. Okay, that footage is fake as well. Yep, god damn. And it's a picture of a dog. Hey, that was pretty nice. Thanks for the dog picture. Okay. Are we through yet? No, we've still got a whole lot more to keep going. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, I think only about 30 left now. Alright. Anything further? Military equipment entering, yes. Let's just refresh the live map. We'll see if this is here. Thank you for that. Ukrainian police are apparently starting to take up defensive positions around cities as well. Curious. I fully expect that's being involved. Kiev lost a police station, apparently. Fucking Christ, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope it wasn't targeted with a cruise missile, but goddamn. World War III is trending. Great. I hope it isn't. I haven't checked Twitter in a bit. Let me lose my faith in humanity. Actually, let me hide my screen so I don't just get like a body or, I don't know, like a tit on screen immediately. Do you want to know what's trending right now? Oh shit, one of my friends is going to shelter as well. I hope she's alright. Well, one of the people I follow, rather, not a friend. I shouldn't say that. I'm not engaging in parasocial situations here. Right, what is trending right now? Russia launches full-scale invasion on Ukraine. Rusia HoloLive. World's a place, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Anyway, alright. Refreshing my live map again, it's going down again. Let me see if I can open this up. Okay, seen already. Okay, people have sent me more information about the Kharkivs. Yep, but that attack was repulsed. Same, yep. Okay, seen that. Okay, I think we're nearly to the bottom of this. Oh my god. I think we've finally got to the bottom of this. So, I'll give some basic rundowns for the DMs past this. Oh, and live map's down again. Okay. Nothing new there. Okay, no, hang on. Jesus Christ. Okay, I misread that heavily. Turkish TV has reported that US forces have deployed to Latvia in minor amounts. That is correct. I misread that as Ukraine, and I was like, Turkish TV saying that? My bad. No, that's highly likely that is happening. They are already deployed in Poland. The 82nd Airborne's in Poland. Estonia has apparently mobilized. Lithuania has mobilized and declared a state of emergency. Latvia has called Article 4. You will probably see a lot more NATO forces along the eastern border of NATO influence for quite a while now, especially during the extent of this war. We know this is in Kiev. All right, I'll refresh so you can get any more of those. Almost through. Just thought I'd give you a handy comparison to say to this World War III hysteria. Ukraine isn't like World War II, it's like the Spanish Civil War. I don't fully agree on that. The thing there is the Spanish Civil War was exactly that, a civil war. This is a war between sovereign nations. Russia would love it's a pretty different situation. So no, this I would not compare it to the Spanish Civil War as a good comparison. All right, live map is back up. Here we go. It says 4 ballistic missiles is still the latest update, so we've yet to hear anything from Kiev. Like Italy versus Ethiopia, you somehow got further away. God. The biggest reason why this is so fascinating to just talk about, why it's so horrifying as well, because it's something we've never seen before. We have not seen a modern near-peer engagement. We've not seen a modern force that has jets on both sides, and missiles on both sides, and ATGMs on both sides, and tanks on both sides, and helicopters on both sides, and drones on both sides, engaged in all-out warfare. We haven't seen a conventional war utilizing cruise missiles. We have not seen that sort of shit in our modern time. Like, the closest things we'll get was, cruise missiles deployed into the Iraq War. This is something I always kind of, have to knock people out of. When do you think the Iraq War happened? Because the Iraq War happened 20 years ago. 20 years. Do you know how much military technology has developed in 20 years? Like, even the Gulf War was longer ago. 20 years. You compare that, like, you think back, the wars in the 1980s? Like, you're talking like Falklands, right? Yeah, you're talking a very different war. We've not seen a modern war, and again, Iraq was knocked out of the fight immediately. Already, Ukraine is doing better than Iraq. Iraq had a fucking horrible go of it when it came to their because they were basically bombarded into submission before the war had even begun. They had, we're talking like all their fucking jets were gone. A lot of their divisions were hit. Tank plinking became a thing. Tank plinking was actually invented in the middle of that. At the Gulf War, this is. It's a very different situation. Like, it's probably the closest you'll find. Already, still, Ukraine is doing better. World War I and World War II were 20 years apart. Iraq had a fucking horrible go of it when it came to their war. Because they were basically bombarded into submission before the war had even begun. They had, we're talking like all their jets were gone. A lot of their divisions were hit. Tank plinking became a thing. Tank plinking was actually invented in the middle of that. They call it the Gulf War. It's a very different